Welcome to the Midnight Gaming Council. My name is Patters, and I'm here with Patters and Vrbanac. How's it going, man?
Not too bad yourself, mate?
Yeah, good. So we're testing a new setup here with this microphone in the middle of the table. Hopefully it works fine. And we have the GoPro as well to record our goings-ons. So, on tonight's menu is the Call of Duty WWII potato servers.
Do not get me started on them.
Oh, absolutely horrible, these Call of Duty servers. And to round up the night on a better note, Doom on the Switch.
Yes.
So, straight into business, these Call of Duty servers. When did the game get released? Last week?
So,
yeah, last week.
Last Friday.
Last Friday?
Yeah.
Nah, sure. That was on the 6th. Whenever it came out. It was last week, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Thursday, Friday. Straight away, the servers were poo. Potato. Absolute potato. It was okay getting into a game by yourself, if you just wanted to play multiplayer, but if you had more than 2 or 3 people in your party, that's it. Nah, forget about it.
Which is one thing that we're finding a bit shit, because we want to play with multiple people, so 3, 4, 5, 6 people in a party and find a game, and we'll be on a team.
Yes, that's right.
And as soon as you try to find the game, you can't find the game, or as soon as you find the game, someone drops out.
Yeah, someone gets disconnected, or you get kicked, or just bullshit.
Yeah.
Because this is not good enough. Because you want to play with your mates. Call of Duty's been around forever. So many people like it and enjoy it. Even the advertisement for the game, it's saying like, get your mates together and we'll play the game online. And you're going to have people party up and then they just disconnect all the time. Like, you actually can't play the game as it's advertised with these potato servers.
For a game as big as Call of Duty, you thought that they'd get their shit together from the get-go.
Yeah, absolutely. They've had experience in this, Activision and all the developers, years and years of, they know how popular Call of Duty is. They want to sell millions and millions of this game. But from the get-go, there was a 9 gigabyte patch on day one to actually play the game to begin with, which is already kind of,
that's the normal with new big release games now.
Yeah, a lot of them either they don't fit on the disc because the discs aren't big enough, or they purposely make sure you download the patch. But that's all right. Developers and publishers do that as a piracy sort of thing as well, or make sure you don't get on the servers early, or whatever. But it's not good enough to have the servers not working first day.
I find it a bit good. I've been reading a few articles where they've acknowledged that there's a problem.
Okay. Sledgehammer Games have they know that the servers are not good enough.
So the update released last week had an adverse effect on server performance, Sledgehammer said. In response to this, Sledgehammer dropped the dedicated servers and switched to peer-to-peer. This has helped improve things, but a peer-to-peer setup means players may experience host migration and other annoying little things. Dedicated servers are what they want, and fans may be happy to know that Sledgehammer aims to bring them back. Sledgehammer is already testing dedicated servers in limited markets, such as some places in the US, and the data and diagnostics that they get from these tests, they'll deem whether they can just roll it out to
everyone else.
To everyone else, which is what their end goal is.
I see. So, that's nice of them. That's good to know that they're working on this very quickly, and so they should, because it's one of the biggest games of the year. Yeah, Call of Duty always is, and to have it not working, what are people going to do? Play the campaign? Which I haven't played yet. Apparently, it is good, but. Still, the issue here is the servers.
It's predominantly a multiplayer game.
Exactly right. Most people play Call of Duty for the multiplayer. It's never really had a huge single-player sort of aspect to it in terms of a massive lore or a couple of characters people like Soap or Reznov, that Russian guy. He's cool. And what's his name? The guy with the mustache. Captain Price. Yeah. Pay the Captain Price. You're actually wearing a hat. It looks like a Captain Price hat. With the bucket hat stuff. Back to the potato servers.
One other thing with Call of Duty which is nice is zombies.
Yes.
And one thing that's potato with that as well is the servers affect that as well. So if you're trying to party up with friends, you can either do a custom game or if you want to do an online game.
So the online aspect is still not good on the zombies end, huh?
Yeah.
See, that's just not good enough either. A lot of people do play Call of Duty for zombies, and you know, you want to play online with other people.
Yeah.
You know, is it to complete the challenges and this and that? Not good enough, mate.
Yeah.
But the saving grace was we could do multiplayer matches privately in a private server.
Yeah.
Which alleviated some of the pain because a couple of nights ago, you and me tried it with a few other people, a bunch of other people. How many was it?
Like 7 altogether.
6 or 7 of us, yeah. Which was a good enough size to play a free-for-all match, which we ended up doing on a private server. And so this wasn't your usual free-for-all. We had shovels only.
Yeah. You were throwing knives and smoke grenades.
Throwing knives and smoke grenades, yes. So one of the perks you put on your soldier or your class to give you the throwing knives.
You have the shovel as your primary weapon.
Yes. The melee is your primary. Well, not even melee, just those sort of weapons. Yeah.
So you have the shovel as your primary weapon.
Yep.
And then you have the throwing knife as your tactical.
Tactical, yes.
And then the smoke grenade as your other grenade.
Your actual grenade, yeah. So that's a fun combination. You got everyone running around on the map with their shovels, and their smoke grenades, and their throwing knives, and no lag either. Yeah, which was good. But still, it's not actually online, so you couldn't rank up your class or your character or get XP and all that. You could on zombies though. I noticed. When we're doing the private match in zombies.
Yeah, so we'd done a custom game. We didn't have that as an online game.
Yes, because the server's a potato.
Yeah.
With any more than 2 or 3 people in a party, you can't play it. And even if you do have another person with to team up with, you'll be lucky to get 3 or 4 matches in a row, and then something else might happen.
We did that today. I was playing with my couple mates today.
Yep.
We were all in a lobby, so 3 of us, and we found a couple multiplayer games, and we all played together on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the next match that we played, we'd realised that I was on the opposing team, and then we'd figured out that I'd been dropped from their lobby, but I was still in the multiplayer game.
So you were still in the same match, but you were kicked from your
original lobby,
your friend sort of thing. Speaking of friends and teaming up in the game, there's a new social space in the Call of Duty, the tower
headquarters.
Headquarters, yes, which is a cool idea, but you can't play with other people, like randoms.
Well, the original idea of it was to be a social space, so when you're in a multiplayer lobby, you can go to the headquarters and you see everyone that's in your multiplayer lobby there.
Yeah, so the match you just played, you could potentially go to the...
Yeah, you see people that you've either played with or playing with at that time.
Yes. I wonder how many people you can have in that you're supposed to have in that sort of headquarters.
Well, I'm pretty sure the private lobby you can put up to 18.
Yes.
But whatever they
Yeah, so in the private matches you can have 18 people. Online you can't, which is a weird difference. I don't know why they did that, because a lot of people were looking forward to having 18 people like in the ground war mode, and even the war mode I think is perfect for big team battles. But well, whatever, it's in private, so maybe we'll have to try and organise like a clan sort of, I don't know, like competition, or just to find other people or mates that we know to team up and get some Call of Duty.
On the headquarters, the best and most talked about addition is the 1v1 pit.
Yes, the 1v1 pit in the headquarters mode, or the headquarters area, is absolutely fantastic. So just a quick rundown, it's a small, fighting area, just wooden sort of boxes and just cover and this and that. And it's 1v1, best of 3. Yeah, 3 rounds. And at the start of each round, you
can ban a particular class.
An available weapon loadout. So it'll be one of 3. So you choose one to ban, the other person chooses one to ban, and the one that's left over is what you have to kill each other with in the best of 3 rounds. So a popular option is the rocket launcher, shovel,
rocket launcher,
and the machine gun. Just kill them all.
But see, that's where the 1v1 pit would be good, because if you've got a full lobby of 18 people in the headquarters and everybody's queuing for it, that's
a pretty cool competition.
But the only way that we can pretty much do it is when we've got 2 or 3 friends in a party. But then again, those 2 or 3 friends need to stay in the party and not drop out.
Drop out, which happens frequently. Even when this happened to me, when I was waiting to queue up in the 1v1, I just dropped out of the the lobby. It was my turn. I'm like, yes, we'll go and fight, and no, just got kicked out. And this getting kicked out and not being able to log in is not limited to just the games or even the social space. It's even just logging in online itself.
Yeah.
Like, you build up the game, you go play online, it'll try to log into the Activision or Call of Duty stuff, and it'll just say no. For me, it went in an endless loop. It would say it was applying an update, it couldn't apply it, and then it resetted the game, and then it tried to do it again. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to go play something else instead, man. Bloody hell.
Yeah, so it's got in another article, it's got at launch the game had constant server issues that took the game offline at various times and across all platforms. There were issues loading into the headquarters, social space, getting stuck on black screens or loading screens, and random disconnects from matches or party. So as a short-term fix for this, Activision disabled the social elements of the headquarters, meaning that you can only see people in the headquarters if you've got them in a private lobby.
Right, if you partied up or in a private
restricting it to a single player or hand-picked group of friends. It says even some people had their hard-earned ranks reset, which would have been a bit disappointing if you were like Prestige 2 or something like that, and the servers took you back to level 1.
Yeah, that would make me rage.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine like doing the raid in Destiny and your gear was lost or something?
Yeah.
That would be not acceptable. I would hope that, if I was in Sledgehammer Games Activision, I'd reimburse people, or I'd give them like an emblem or something. I don't know. No, you can't take away people's hard-earned gaming time and effort just like that, because you didn't fix your shit during development. So that's another thing too. Sledgehammer Games Activision had 3 years to make this game. 3 years. 2 Call of Duty titles came out in the time that this was getting developed, but they didn't have server issues like this.
No.
And Sledgehammer Games made Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and that didn't have server issues.
And that was garbage.
That was a garbage Call of Duty. The campaign was okay, but whatever. When you annualize your games, you're going to have every couple of years a piece of shit, and
Well, all in all, the World War II is a beautiful game. It's just disappointing that you can't really enjoy it to its full potential because of server issues.
Yeah, it's not even like every hour or so you get disconnected. Like, I can understand that at launch. Always. You can't even play. Like, can't play with your friends, you can't play online. Not good enough. Especially when the game is online sort of centric in the multiplayer aspect, and you want people to buy the game, put it in, and play it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Not have to wait until Christmas potentially to get the servers running.
Yeah. Which is what does it look like it's going to be?
Potentially, yeah. Because just over a month of Christmas, and the patches take a few weeks to get approved by Sony and play tested and this and that. But overall, not good enough. Activision.
It'll get sorted eventually. It's just a matter of when.
It will. Yeah, it will get sorted. It's a very big issue, big deal. And they're taking it to heart. Or some people would in the company. I'm definitely sure of that. I mean, I certainly would. Yeah, you release a game and no one can play it.
Like one game that's getting a bit of bullshit at the moment, which we can cover on another episode, is Battlefront 2. They get absolutely slaughtered.
So it's just past midnight today, but so yesterday Battlefront just got released, and anybody who has Facebook or on the internet or YouTube would have heard something about people complaining about the microtransactions or the grind and this and that. But yes, definitely another episode on that, I'm sure. And EA are just as much of a bullshit company as Activision in a lot of ways. But anyway, any other final thoughts on the state of Call of Duty World War II at this point in time?
I'm happy with it. Just hope that they sort their shit out soon.
Yes.
So that we can all enjoy it together.
Exactly right. This is
so we can actually have a stakeout.
Yes, we can actually bring the stakeout clan together and have a Call of Duty match. So this Call of Duty has been, highly anticipated, going back to World War II, back to its
roots, futuristic jetpacks and all that sort of stuff.
No wall climbing, none of that shit. No drones, robots, what have you. So a lot more people would have bought into this franchise this year in this game, and potato at launch. It probably would have put off some people initially. I'm sure they'll come back though. And I guess next we'll just see what the season pass content's going to be like, and if they expand on zombies and
it's pretty clear they'll probably release one zombies map per DLC pack.
The DLC. Yep. Yeah, I would hope so, because only launching with one's not quite it's not quite good enough, I don't think, to be honest. But the map so far, the zombies map in it is okay. Seems to be better than Black Ops 2 zombies. Yeah, I didn't like Black Ops 2 zombies at all. Having gone from like Black Ops zombies, Kino, which everyone's keen for Kino, and then going to Black Ops 2 was just a bit of a jump and a bit of a shift in what zombies should be. But it kind of makes me now want to buy the Zombies Chronicles thing for the PS4 and sort of go back to a classic zombies sort of thing. Otherwise, we've got to whip out our PS3s, and well, you didn't have a PS3 anymore, and you know, this and that. But anyway, yes, Call of Duty, great game, but fix your shit, exactly. And if it doesn't get fixed, prepare to be roasted once again on this podcast.
It will be fixed. It's just a matter of when. I can see them working pretty hard at the moment to get patches rolled out, and they've acknowledged that there's a problem, and they know that there's a problem. What the problem is. It's just a matter of sorting it out,
getting it sorted, and I'm sure they've got their top guys working on it. People smarter than us, obviously. Like we sometimes have trouble getting this set up for the Midnight Gaming Council sorted, and even this might not work greatly, but you know, only a second podcast. We will get there. Activision, I'm sure they'll get there as well. One day. So, on to the next topic of conversation. The second item on the menu, Doom on the Switch. Got released recently. When did it come out?
A couple of days ago.
Couple of days ago. And you've been playing it?
Yes.
How is it?
It's very nice.
And
the textures and the graphics aren't on par with like Xbox and PS4, but the gameplay is on point. It's beautiful.
That's the most important bit. As long as it plays like Doom, which came out last year. Great game, by the way. I'm sure most people agree with us there. But yeah, that's what I read too with reviews. The graphics and textures obviously aren't on par. The frame rate's cut as well, but the gameplay, it's the same game. All the content's there, all the levels are there, the story's there. It's Doom on the Switch. And they even used the right front cover for the game. Not like that, just the Doom guy on the front cover for the PS4 one and stuff, or whatever. It looked like a Call of Duty cover.
I mean, when it comes to the Nintendo Switch, I'm happy to take a sacrifice on graphics if it means improvements in gameplay.
And especially for the portability.
Yes.
Like just being able to whip out something in your pocket and just play Doom, which came out only last year. This is what we expect from the Switch. This is how it should be marketed. This is what it should be capable of, and onwards and upwards from here, I'd say. And it's a good testament too to the engine that the game runs on. How scalable it is.
So if the Switch can run a game as good as Doom, then the skies are open for the Nintendo Switch.
Absolutely, man. There should be a lot more games that are capable of coming out, even if you have to take the graphics cut and whatnot. Like if you have to make it run sort of like a last gen game, I think that's pretty acceptable for a portable system.
Because being able to play those sorts of games on the go, that's a win.
You can't beat it. Like, even if you just want to like play in another room of the house, or go over to a mate's place quickly and show a game, like it's easier than bringing over a whole console and a TV and stuff. You can just bring the Switch, and just play something else on the side when you're done. Then give them the Joy-Con and off you go. So, how have you played? Which controllers have you used to play the game?
I use the Pro controller, which feels a bit weird playing a first-person shooter because the Pro controller isn't really designed with triggers. It's more the buttons, shoulder buttons.
Just buttons and not quite triggers. I think that's probably the only drawback of the controller that doesn't have a trigger. But that's all right.
It's the same playing it in handheld mode. It just feels weird playing like the Joy-Cons.
With the two Joy-Cons. Is it the analog sticks that make it feel weird? I would have thought so too, because there's not much travel in it. It's kind of like they're kind of like PS Vita joysticks, just bigger and a little bit better, I guess. And now Doom on the Switch came with a 9 GB patch for the multiplayer. Which is kind of acceptable. Not everyone wants to play multiplayer, and you're going to be connected online to play it anyway, so downloading the patch for it's alright. All the single player content comes on the cartridge already, and that's the most important thing.
So if you want to play multiplayer, you download the patch. If you don't want multiplayer, you don't have to download it.
Exactly. So the option's there. The only thing the game doesn't come with is the snapmap thing, which is perfectly understandable. I assume the Switch just isn't quite up to the task of being able to handle the snapmap functionality. But multiplayer's there, single player's there. It's a bloody fantastic game.
And multiplayer servers were surprisingly heavily populated as well, so it didn't take long to find a game. There were heaps of people there. There was no lag, no dropouts.
That's good. Doom's multiplayer was pretty good on the PS4 and Xbox, like when it came out last year. It was nice to know that the whole experience has been brought over with all the season pass content straight off the bat as well. Because a few months ago that became free for everybody. Screw you if you were a season pass owner like I was. You know, your $60 is worthless now that you can get it for free. But you do get an emblem in game that says, like, you know, you were there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're one of the original.
From the start.
From the start, yeah. So just quickly too with the Doom on the Switch, the frame rate is cut. It is 30 frames a second as opposed to 60, which was a big sort of part of the game in terms of like its speed and its fluidity and smoothness and stuff. But honestly, if the whole game's there, it doesn't matter. 30 frames a second is still fine. Destiny's 30 frames a second, and that's a bloody awesome game. So who cares?
Being able to play it on the go, that's a win for me.
I think that's a good trade-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get rid of the graphics and stuff for portability on the Switch.
Yeah.
Now, I'm actually curious. You probably don't even know though. What's the battery life like on the Switch when you're playing it, portable, like playing Doom on it?
I think the best I've gotten is probably about 3 hours.
That's not too shabby.
Yeah.
It's very similar to Zelda.
Yeah.
That was about 3 hours.
Because Zelda was the one game that pretty much pushed the Switch to its limits.
Yes.
So whenever they did tests, they did it playing Zelda.
Did it with Zelda? Yeah, I think all these sort of graphic intensive and like bigger titles like Doom, Wolfenstein, which comes out next year.
Yeah. That's going to be another big one for the Switch.
That'll be an interesting one to look at too. Yes, because I haven't played the game yet, but it's a pretty looking game.
Or even Skyrim.
Skyrim, yes, that's another one that'll be interesting to see how that runs on the Switch. Even though it's not the special edition remastered one, it's still Skyrim.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't played Skyrim, but I know what it's about and what it's like. So having that on a portable system, can you imagine whipping out like your Game Boy 10 years ago and playing like, you know, Elder Scrolls from like the 90s or something? Like it's that sort of, that's kind of what we're dealing with here, which is pretty amazing. And you can use the Joy-Cons as like your hands or whatever and different controllers, which is pretty neat. But yeah, good stuff that Doom is on the Switch and selling well and being well received, and that's what the console needs.
The Switch is definitely on the rise.
It is, and it's only been out for
since April.
So what, 6 months?
Yeah.
It feels like a lot longer, to be honest. But a lot of stuff's coming out
They're anticipating that sales for the Switch will surpass the Nintendo Wii after 1 year, and you saw how popular the Nintendo Wii was.
I think the Wii's one of the best selling consoles of all time.
Yeah. So if the Switch can surpass that after 1 year,
actually, that's pretty incredible, to be honest. And especially because the console, it's not cheap. The Switch is about like $500.
Yeah.
But you know, it's only 6 months out, and there's not that many games for it. But there's enough for people to buy it and enjoy it. Like, you know, you already got Zelda and Mario and Mario Kart. A few other party titles.
I think they've announced a Super Smash Brothers game, which was a given. Since Nintendo 64, every new Nintendo console has had a Super Smash Brothers game.
What about on the Game Boys and stuff? What was the first Smash for that? Was it the 3DS one?
No, the first Super Smash Brothers game was on the 64.
Yeah, but what about portable?
Like on the 3DS.
The 3DS one was the first one, so there was none before that. No. Interesting. Yeah. I haven't played that on the 3DS, have you?
Yeah.
What's it like?
It's fun.
Yeah? Is it pretty much like a console sort of version?
It just scaled down.
Less graphics and whatnot. Interesting. Nice. Alright, any final thoughts on the Doom Switch? No?
Happy with it?
Happy with it? So would I, to be honest. More first party games should come out for the Switch.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll see more now that Bethesda have sort of led the way, I guess, led the charge with Doom.
When they're able to, the Nintendo Switch can do the game recording, which is only for 30 seconds at a time, but they're only able to do it for a select few games.
Oh, that's right. It's only the Nintendo games.
It only does it for 30 seconds, and it only works for Splatoon, Mario Kart, Zelda, and there's one other. I'm not sure.
Did you say Mario, the recent one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart, Zelda, and Splatoon.
Ah, so just the four then.
Yeah.
That's weird. It's only for the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Oh, Well, can you take photos still?
You can take screenshots.
Oh, yeah, the capture gallery things, that works just as normal.
But just like if you've got to hold down the capture button to record a video, and if you hold it down in a game that isn't supported, it'll actually say, sorry, this feature is not supported in this game.
So that'd be all of them except the thing. I'm sure that'll I'm sure that'll get rolled out for the rest of the games. And
when that happens, we'll give you some footage on the Midnight Gaming Council channel.
Yes, absolutely. We do have some gameplay footage on our channel, just some random games so far. Just I think I've got Crash Bandicoot on there, a couple of Gran Turismo ones, but yeah, more footage will be on the way. So you can get raw feeds of what the Switch looks like and runs like, and as well as other consoles as well. There will be many great things on the way in the Midnight Gaming Council, including a better setup. More mics and a mixer and this and that. But it's early days. We'll wrap things up there. Thank you again for being a participant on the Midnight Gaming Council, Vrbanac.
Hey, you're right.
And well, this is your place, so thank you very much. And we'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.
Fuck yeah.